welcome to this new speed build in The Sims 4, and today I'm building the house that I'm going to be using in my Seasons Let's Play. And actually this house, I started working on it when the first trailer for Season was released because I was just so excited. And when they announced Seasons, I had so many ideas of builds that I want to do in The Sims. But because we had to wait for Seasons to come out to have all of the new items and all of the furnitures that were added with Seasons, all I did was basically just come up with a floor plan with the house, and of course, once again, as I usually do, I took my inspiration from a house that I found on Google. And this is pretty much a copy of this house, but I just modified a couple of things so that it could work in The Sims. And so this is a 4-bedrooms house, and there is also 3 bathrooms, even though one of those bathrooms is a half bathroom with just a toilet in it. And I just really like this house. And also, when the first trailer was released, I didn't really understand that we could make greenhouse outside. So what I did later on is that I added, as you can see on the right of the house, a greenhouse where the Sims that we're going to be playing with are going to be growing plants and everything. And actually, when they said that we could make greenhouses, I thought that I could just add a cube at the back of the garden, and that was it. But in the end, I decided to attach it to the house, so this way when there's a blizzard or a thunderstorm outside, the Sims will not have to go outside, change their outfits or anything, because I don't know how this works already in the game. So this way, all they have to do is just go through a door from their house and they're into the greenhouse. So I guess this is going to be easier this way. So I actually discovered all of the new items that were added with Season, and I did a video with me discovering all of the new items, and this video ended up being so long because there are so many things. And I'm genuinely really happy with everything that was added. There's just this little thing, but it's really a small detail that really annoys me. It's that there are too many, I think, recolors of items that we already have, especially items from the Spooky Stuff pack, which I wasn't really pleased with, but you know, this is just a detail. I would have liked actually to see a bit more items, but there's already so many things in the game that actually I don't want for you to think that I'm complaining. It's just something that I want to mention because this is something that I think, but otherwise I'm just really pleased. And right here I was actually working on some kind of a garage because I wanted to add as many items from all the packs that we've had in The Sims so that we can see how Seasons is going to impact all of the things that we already have in the game. And I wanted to play a little bit with the basketball hoops because I want for one of the Sims to be quite athletic and play around with that, you know? So I added this kind of garage because I think this is where you usually add those basketball hoops. So I added something like that. There's also going to be a woodworking table in here, and of course I'm also going to be adding the beehives and the flower arranging station, which I'm really excited to be using because, I don't know, apparently this was something that was in The Sims 2, but because I've never had open for business in The Sims 2 when I was playing with The Sims 2 back in the days, I've never played around with that. So I'm going to be discovering this like pretty much everybody else, but this is for me the first time that I'm going to be making bouquets in The Sims. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. And so of course with the garden I went completely crazy. It can seem a little bit overwhelming and a bit busy, but this is what I wanted to go for, and there's a lot of plants everywhere. And something that I actually really like, but that can seem kind of, once again, kind of busy in the garden, especially the back garden, is that there is a lot of things everywhere. But this family that we're going to be playing with in my Seasons Let's Play is a pretty big family. We are actually going to be playing with 4 different Sims and 2 pets. So that doesn't seem quite a lot of Sims, but I don't know, it's been a while since I've played with a big family like that. I actually uploaded yesterday or a couple of days ago a current household update, and in my current household right now there is 8 members. There's actually 2 cats and a dog, and the rest is only Sims. But this is a pretty big household to play with, and I haven't played with them as right now as I'm recording this video. I haven't played with them again since the current household update that I've made, but honestly I'm kind of stressed out to go back playing with them because it's going to be quite overwhelming. There's so many things to take care of. So with the Let's Play, there's less sims than that, so I think it's going to be easier and, you know, a bit more manageable than having eight sims. But yet again, you know, it's been a little while that I've played with a family so big. And this house also, it's been a long time since I've played with a house this size, because I think this house turned out to be more than 100,000 simoleons. And by the way, this time I actually played and tested the house because the family I want to play with in my season's Let's Play, since we can't use any skill cheats and everything, I wanted to have a few things set up already with the family, so I'm actually going to be playing a week with them, and this way that will allow us to start in autumn, because I want to start in autumn with this family. So right now I'm actually playing a little bit with them, so just for a week, so that everything can be set up, they can have relationships with other people. Because of course I thought of a backstory for them, and I want for everything to match what I'm going to say and not just, you know, say those and then, you know, I want for them to be already friends with other sims, and I don't want for the first part of the Let's Play saying, well, they're a really close friend, but let's go and meet them, you know? So I don't know, that seems kind of weird for me, so yeah, I want to play a little bit with them. I'm actually taking screenshots of everything important that's happening or everything that is really cute so that I could share that with you and I will not feel as guilty, you know, playing with them without you guys. So yeah, right now I think the landscaping is pretty much done. I'm just placing all of the lights outside, and also the lighting in The Sims has entirely changed. So the game is actually a little bit more dark, and a lot of people have been complaining about this. I know there is some mods to change that, but I actually don't really mind that. You know, the lighting I feel is more natural in the game, and I actually really like it. I don't know how this is going to render in the videos, because that means that the videos are going to be a little bit darker, and I don't know how you guys are going to see on the videos, if you're going to see correctly, but I don't know, I personally in my own gameplay don't really mind the game to be a little bit darker. Apparently people have said that The Sims is already a darker game, you know, with the colors and everything. I've never really seen that. I don't know, this is something that never really bothered me. So yeah, there's actually, by the time I'm playing right now with the family, it's been raining for a couple of days, and the weather has been kind of dark, so I can understand that this time it's actually quite dark, but otherwise it doesn't really bother me, and especially in the morning and in the evening the lighting is beautiful. Dawn and the sunset, it's amazing, it's really beautiful. So right now I'm actually working on the garden, the back garden, and as you can see I'm also adding a few plants here and there. I'm also going to be making a gardening area just right here where I'm placing all of those plot plants here. But yeah, this is a really messy garden, but on the other hand, you know, I'm kind of excited to go and play in here. There's still a lot of place to do some snowball fights or mud puddle fights. I don't know, mud fights, I guess this is the name that you can call them. But yeah, there's still a little bit of room to do all of those things. I was of course thinking about that. And here I'm working on the greenhouse, and I've actually placed also a few items for children, because there are children in this family, as you can guess. And I wanted for the family to be really close to each other and spend as much time together as possible. And by the way, I'm also going to try and play a little bit differently in this Let's Play, because I don't know, I want to try something new. I want to have some fun differently. I don't think I'm going to be doing a lot of drama in this Let's Play, at least at the beginning. I want for us to get to know all of the characters first. I'm going to get a bit more acquainted to them throughout this first week that I'm going to be playing with them off camera. But when we will be starting the Let's Play, I will be describing for you all of their personality and how I was imagining them. And then we will be discovering them and see how things go. And yeah, I'm just really excited for those. Also, I'm really excited for the holidays. I've already set up a few holidays, even for my own gameplays. I added Spooky Day, I also added an Easter holiday. I actually was looking for another name for Easter, because for me it's too realistic and I wanted to do something more Sims, you know? Something different, like Spooky Day, it's the same holiday as Halloween, but it's not Halloween, it's Spooky Day. So I wanted to find something different for Easter, but I didn't find anything. So if you have any ideas of name that I could use for Easter, I'm all for it, so please share those with me. And I'm also really excited to try out the kiddie pool. So I'm actually going to be trying out the kiddie pool on my own for now, but we will of course go back to summer at some point. And yeah, there is also a few holidays that I'm going to be adding as well, because I started off with the very first day of summer, and in France, the very first day of summer is a day where we celebrate music and arts. And basically this is a music fest, and when The Sims 4 seasons came out, they came out on the 22nd of June at midnight. But on the 21st of June, which is the summer solstice, I think this is how you pronounce this, this is the what can be considered as music fest. So basically, in every town of France, I don't know if this is something that happens also in other countries, but basically in every town of France, in every streets you have performances of music, and you have people playing music everywhere, and it's completely crazy. It's so nice, and I just really love this special day. You know, it's not really a holiday, it's just a day like that. You still go to work, you still go to school. I actually passed my exam when I was in high school. When I passed my exam, basically, we had this special day, this music fest day that happened, and we were supposed to be studying for our exams, but what we did actually was that we went to that day anyway. We went having fun, and we were so tired the next day, but we were successful. We passed our exams with success, so that was fine. But yeah, this is a day that I really enjoy, and of course I would like to have this in The Sims, and there is a celebration that we can do with this, with a holiday, which is arts and music celebration in a way. So I just want to do this holiday and celebrate it in this Let's Play, but we will have to wait for the very first day of summer to come back to be able to celebrate this holiday. Also, I added some winter holidays, so there are a couple of days in summer as well. I did some summer holidays and winter holidays. So basically there are a couple of days that I've made as a succession, you know, one day, then the next day, the other day, as winter and summer holidays, so nobody goes to work, so nobody goes to school. And I just added a few things, you know, just a few celebrations that we can do during those days. Nothing too exciting, but just to represent the fact that nobody goes to school or to work, and that it's a time of rest and holidays and things like that. Because when you just celebrated Christmas or in The Sims Winterfest, usually you don't go back to work right away, except if you have you know, work like if you're a fireman or if you're a doctor or something like that. Usually you don't really go back to work right away, so I wanted to show that in the game. And by the way, I really like this rug. I really enjoy this rug. So yeah, also I added a few different items to work on all of your skills. And also, as I was playing with The Sims, I added as well a stereo in the living room, which was actually the room that I struggled the most to make. I don't know why, but it was actually really hard to make this living room. I knew where I wanted to have the fireplace, and I had an idea of where I wanted to place the sofas and everything. But I don't know, it wasn't really working as I was imagining it, so I was struggling a little bit with this living room. And to be honest, I'm not really pleased with how the living room looks. But on the other hand, since we're going to start in autumn, that means that winter is going to come soon and we will have Winterfest. I still wanted to keep some places and room in the room to place the Christmas tree, or the winter tree in a way, to celebrate Winterfest. So I think we can still place this tree somewhere and move around some of the objects. But yeah, I just really like this house, and I like everything that came with Seasons, to be honest, and I'm just so excited for this Let's Play. And of course, as I said, it's going to be really laid back, and I don't know, I'm just really looking forward to this. So right now I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with this living room, because I was just so frustrated. I didn't know what to place on this right corner of the living room. So I just placed this sofa, and here I'm working on the dining room. And of course I was imagining a grand meal for Harvest Fest, which is actually, I think, something that represents Thanksgiving. We don't have anything like that in France, so I have no idea how to celebrate Thanksgiving. I know everything that I've seen in movies and TV shows. Basically, you just eat and you have a fight with your family. This is what I've learned from Thanksgiving. But I don't want to have a fight with this family, you know, I want for them to just enjoy their time together. So yeah, I'm excited actually for Harvest Fest, because I have no idea how this works. So here, still trying to figure out how to decorate, and I just love those things that I've just placed on the table, you know, those candles and those dead leaves. This is really beautiful, and I think that I'm going to leave those throughout the entire year because I just love the autumn colors and fall colors. I'm actually born in November, so maybe that has to do with it, but I just love all of those brown colors and the dead leaves and how the trees change and all of the colors there is during autumn. I just really like that. Something that I really enjoy actually in real life is the transition between summer and autumn. I really like all of the thunderstorms that we have, all of those rains, and the weather is actually really warm, you know. It's sometimes kind of a you know, you have trouble breathing because it's so hot and so warm. It's quite oppressing. Is this a word? I think it is. I don't know. I'm sorry. But yeah, I really like this transition between summer and autumn because everything is burnt out because of summer, burned down, I should say, because of summer and of the sun and the heat waves and everything. And then there is fall that arrives and that in a way kills everything, but in a really beautiful way. And there's all those breezes that come and cool down the air. I just really like this transition, and the sunsets during this period of time, especially at the end of August, are really beautiful. I really enjoy going outside when I go back to the countryside of France. I love watching the sunset, and especially at this period of time in the year, it's really beautiful. And I'm really excited to see how this looks, you know, at the end of summer and the beginning of autumn in The Sims, if we can still have this feel of sunset, really warm, and yet again this change of, you know, the weather and everything. I want to see that in the game. I'm just so excited to see that. So now I was working on the kitchen. As I was playing with the family, for some reason the sim, I had one of the sim cook and they had some issues. They were just making a garden salad, but apparently the stove was on their way, even though there's still a lot of room for them to cook. And then there was the bin that was on their way, so all I did actually is just deleting the brew coffee machine, and then the sim was able to move around. But I have no idea why they had an issue. I think this came with the update, and this is apparently a glitch that the Sims team is aware of. But this was actually kind of annoying because I didn't want to delete anything in the kitchen, and there was actually not a lot of clutter items that I've placed with the move objects cheat, so I don't know what that was all about. And so here I'm actually working on a laundry room. And even though I've placed a clothes line outside, since with seasons, apparently if you place all of your clothes to dry in the garden, if it's raining, your clothes are not going to dry. So of course I've placed a dryer and a washing machine, but I've placed everything from laundry stuff to just experience everything in the game. I'm just really excited to try, you know, everything that we've already had in the game. I feel season is going to change this entirely. And so here I'm working on the half bathroom. So basically this is just a toilet, and this is really useful when you're playing with a lot of Sims, and I think we're going to throw a little bit of, you know, a few parties here and there throughout the year. So bathrooms are going to be really useful. And I'm also going to be placing a litter box because the family has a dog and a cat. I think I talked about this. And so now I'm working on the upstairs, and this desk is beautiful. I really, really love this desk. And I feel like some of the items that came with cats and dogs and with seasons can really match together. You know, you can mix and match them. And those armchairs, and also there is a sofa that is exactly the same as this chair, are really beautiful. I really, really like those. And I'm also really excited to try out the decoration box. I was really afraid when they talked about that in the live stream, that it was just, you know, you just click on the box and it does everything for you. But actually there is an animation for the Sims to go and play around in those and just put the decorations around the house. And it's really cool. I wasn't really expecting that, so I was really, really happily surprised by this. So yes, I'm still working on this kind of corridor. I still have no idea how to call this space, but basically this is just a kind of a study area. And I was also imagining the children of the family playing around here. And so upstairs there are 4 bedrooms. I'm going to be making a toddler bedroom as well because there's going to be a toddler in the family. And also there has been some lags as well in the build mode. I was afraid that we might sew those during the speed build, but thankfully we don't see anything. But as I was placing some of the floorings and some of the wallpapers, the game was lagging a little bit. I think this has to do with the fact that all of the textures in the game has been changed, and as well maybe some of the colors have been changed as well, so maybe that has to do with that. But the Sims team is aware of this and they're going to change that soon enough, hopefully, because this is kind of annoying. It's really small, but it's, you know, it's kind of bothering a little bit. So now I'm working on the master bedroom. It's really simple bedroom. I'm going to be placing later on in the speed build a pet bed at the end of the bed, but I'm going to remove it off camera because the Sims couldn't go through to use the mirror. So yeah, I'm just going to be removing this pet bed. But for once, I actually remembered to put a lot of items for the pets because, as I said, the family has a dog and a cat. And I remember to place some pet bowls, some pet beds, some pet toys. There are also some scratching posts for the cat. And yeah, for once I remembered to place everything. So there I was just I'm actually working on both the main bathroom and the master bathroom. And for some reason I struggled to make this bathroom because I love the new shower that we've had, and I didn't want for it to be against a wall, you know, except the part that is obviously should be placed against a wall. I didn't want to place everything. I wanted to see those squares on the shower. So I wanted for it to be in the middle of the room, and that was quite annoying with the bathtub as well, because since we have a toddler, we need to have a bath. And I don't know, this is a really spacious bathroom, but for some reason I thought it was too small. But yeah, in the end I figured out a way to place everything. And I also wanted to use as many clutter items as possible because I don't see this family as being really tied up and everything. I see them as being quite messy, you know? So I feel like I can get attached more easily to families that are messy because I'm a messy person. So yeah, I wanted for those Sims to be really messy. And here I'm working on the master bathroom. Nothing really too exciting in this one. It's basically just for the parents. And yeah, of course, placing some hampers here and there. So yeah, I'm just really excited to finally start this new Let's Play. Here I'm starting on the toddler bedroom, and once again I was actually struggling to find some decorative items to place because I feel like this bedroom was actually too big for the toddler. And yeah, I'm just placing a few things, but I don't know, I feel like there's not enough for toddlers now. I want to have a bit more toys, a bit more things to do with the toddlers. I mean, we have the kiddie pools, we have a few toys to play with the toddlers, but I don't know, I feel like we could have a bit more. And I really felt a lack with the toddler bedroom in this house. But I figured out to place a few decorative items that I thought would have been maybe toys that this toddler would have played with. And also, as you can see, I bought my first pet stuff pack. I snatched. It was on sale when season was about to come out, so I don't know, I decided to finally get it, but it was on sale. But I'm actually not using too many items from it. I don't really like a lot that came with it. I just wanted to try out the hamster thing, and it's quite funny. It's actually quite interesting to play with the children. But otherwise, there's not a lot of things from this stuff pack that I really like. Maybe a couple of items, but that's it. The curtains actually that came with this stuff pack are really nice, but otherwise I'm not really using too many things from this stuff pack. And also with this house, of course, as you may have seen, I've used pretty much everything that came with the game. I want to make a house that is probably a starter house with just using seasons and the base game, and maybe at some point do a family house without a budget, or maybe just a bigger budget than a starter house, and just use once again items from the base game and seasons. Maybe also adding laundry stuff, I don't know yet, but I have so many ideas for speed builds and everything, just for builds in any case. And I also have a couple ideas for community lots, which I'm really excited to finally start working on, but right now I'm just overwhelmed with a lot of videos, a lot of things to do, so yeah, I need to wait a little bit longer on those speed builds, but I will be working on those fairly soon, hopefully. But anyway, here I'm working on another bedroom, which at the beginning of the Let's Play, we're going to have 2 children, but the child that is going to sleep in the bedroom that I'm working on right now is going to age up soon enough in a teen, so I wanted to reflect the fact that this child was in the transition from being a child to becoming a teenager, so I think I was pretty successful in this. But anyway, I'm going to leave you here, guys, so there is all of the informations in the description if you want to download this house for your own game. I hope that you're looking forward for my seasons Let's Play, and I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you in the next one.